And we're back. I'm Ozzy from Three Monkeys Solderless, home of the world's best cables for your pedal board, audio, DC, RCA, solderless. Easiest stuff in the world. Just cut it and screw on the tips. Patented, right? Very cool. All right, so we're back working with the E-Box and the Teddy Zerp. And so what we've got going on today, or why don't you just try really quickly, was I've gotten some suggestions for some things to try. So we'll go ahead and try those. And I've gotten some emails and some inquiries, and people, I guess, are want to know how the setup would sound in different situations. So I'm going to try running a pedal through it as well, and we're going to try building a little sound too as we go. So yeah, let's sort of like dive right in. So I'm going to put on my headphones, put on the cans, so I can hear what's going on. So there was a fuzzy suggestion whereby we try some JBLs, right? Or rather, that Fuzzy has suggested that there was a JBL style impulse response that came with the aux. So it's not exactly labeled as such, but after listening to the different impulse responses that are cabinet-wise and speaker-wise that are available, I believe I have quite obviously stumbled onto the JBL. Right? There's no mistaking the sound of a JBL. Those aluminum cones, there's just zero chance of mistaking an aluminum cone anyway. So I believe these to be the JBL. It's possible, I guess it could be an Altec, but it sounds to me exactly like JBLs. So we're going to give that a shot right now. All right, so we got our guitar, right, which is the hard ash deal with the Mighty Mite 1800 in it, right? Super distortion will work great too for these applications. No issues there. That's pretty much what these are. So let's listen to it as we have it again. Just our two channels, right? From the aux with the greenback. Okay, so that's our greenback, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go down here on the floor. And I'm pretty sure this has got to be a JBL. Right? So that's our JBL. So unfortunately, we cannot combine the two impulse responses inside the aux. So we're going to have to kind of do it inside the DAW. Or you could use two auxes, I suppose. But I don't got two auxes right now. But don't tempt me. I might get another one. So what we're going to do is we're going to do it inside the DAW like before. So we're going to record a basic track, and then we're going to double it. But we're going to use one being JBLs, and then the other side being, I forgot, greenbacks, right? All right, so let's go on. Not even sure how well this is going to work. I haven't tried it yet. So let's go into the DAW, into GarageBand, and I'll see you right there. Okay, so we're in the DAW and GarageBand. We have the project from last time pretty much queued up, but I changed the names of some tracks and deleted some tracks, cleaned it up a little bit. So we've got one track labeled here, Greenie, for the greenback, one for JBL, for the JBL track, obviously, and then my mic input so you can hear my voice. So it's going to be tough to line this up because I don't really have let's say, a way of doing it too easily. So I'm going to take a really easy riff to play that I could just double. Is what I'm planning on doing is without reverb. I've taken the reverb off the aux. Just play a greenback and then come back in and play over it with JBL, and then we can mix the two and see what they sound like. So I think, the simplest riff ever invented is You Really Got Me. So we'll probably just go with that, and we're going to get counted in. So hopefully that'll help mitigate some of the disaster. So anyway, let me turn off the mic and let's get busy. Okay, so that is the take. And we're going to go now into the second track, the JBL. We'll get rid of this. All right, so we're going to still want to listen to it, but we're not going to record on it. And I'm going to set up the aux real quick. For the JBL. So let's see what that sounds like. Right? So there's the JBL. And this strip is obviously down a bit. So let's equalize that up. So we're at 0 dB. So we want to bring this one up to 0 dB. These pads are just awful. Okay, there we go. All right, so let's keep our fingers crossed, and hopefully I could get this so it doesn't sound like me. Anyway, let's go. Mute the mic. Okay, so I tried my best there for one take. I didn't really come in right. I didn't really go in right. I didn't stay right, and I didn't get out right. Can't get right. So anyway, close enough just to listen to, right? It's going to sound like, it's not going to sound quite right, but let's go ahead and listen to this. So we're going to put this track, right? We're going to put this track down, okay? And then we're going to do some looping, right? So we can kind of hear it as we feather it in. So we're going to loop to like here, okay? That's good. And then I'll just bring this in to taste and we can see what it sounds like, right? Let's bring this up to the middle so we can hear it better. And we're just going to listen to it. Okay, so I think it's pretty bad, but c'est la vie, right? So the next thing to do, I think, would be just to duplicate both of these tracks and then add our reverb to them and see what we end up with. Okay, so we're going to take this track, duplicate it, right? And then we're going to take this track or duplicate it, right? So our settings are all the same. Then we're going to come here and we're going to copy this track and we're going to paste it here, right? Then we're going to come to this track and we're going to copy this track and then we're going to paste it again. All right, there we go. So then on this, we're going to add basically like reverb, right? So let's first pan this, both of our tracks, 22 over. Okay. And then the reverbs are going to be run straight down the middle. So for this track right here, we're going to go into adding the Sunset Sound Studio. Okay, and we're going to be using, let's use plate this time for simplicity. So plate, the double plate, right? And mostly wet. Right, I'm going to go and mute out everything else. Excuse me, everything else that we don't want to listen to here. And we're just going to listen to the reverb. Okay, so then we're going to, let's just save this as, just call this A, right, for lack of a better word. So we could just use this again on the JBL track. All right, so the JBL, we're going to add in the sunset sound. And then we're going to load a preset. Where is it? A, sorry, it was over there. Okay, and let's listen to this. I think that's still the greenback, sorry. That did not sound JBL to me. Okay, there's JBL. So let's mute out this and this. So we're just going to have, wait a second, I'm losing my mind. We're just going to have this track, right, to listen to. Oh. Oh, God. I'm just not doing well today, obviously. Okay. Let us begin again. Okay. You try operating like 10 things at the same time while you're trying to think of what you're doing while you got to do something else. This is harder than just doing it on television or whatever this thing is. Okay. So now I think we have our reverbs and we have our 2 tracks. All right. So let's just give it a listen and see what we ended up with. All right. Okay. That doesn't sound half bad. I think we got too much reverb. I think that's coming from over here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to scale it a little bit down. So we're at 0. So let's just take like, let's go somewhere around like here. And on the JBL, we'll also go somewhere like around here. And let's see what we end up with now. A little less reverb, right? Yeah, okay, let's listen to it again. All right, I think that's actually kind of interesting. So maybe, you know, I kind of was of the opinion that I didn't hear the JBL, because I really didn't hear that, you know, that aluminum disc, right? The aluminum dust cap. That is really noticeable, right? But this kind of sounds, I think it sounds better like this. So, you know what? Let's just, let's mix it down real quick. And we'll call, yeah, okay, that works. And it's going to the desktop, right? Okay. All right. Okay, so we just sort of like mixed it down real quick into something. So, yeah, let's just dive out real quick here. And I think that's way more than enough for right now. And let's go back into the studio live room and we'll see what we ended up with. All right, so I'll see you there. Okay, so we're back in the room, and that was, I got to tell you, I was not expecting to hear kind of that. I was expecting that it wasn't going to sound very good. I didn't think I'd like the JBLs, but maybe it's today that I like it. I don't know. So let's give it a quick listen to. I have it right here. Just see what it sounded like when it was sort of mixed down. And obviously this is done in like 5 minutes, right? So we can't do what Don and Ted and Eddie did in here in 5 minutes with these hands and this kind of, so, you know, let's see what we ended up with. I think that's actually getting somewhere. So I got to figure out a way to do this a little bit smoother. I really wish there was a way that they would allow you to run 2 impulse responses at the same time with this. So you could have 2 cabinets instead of just 1, right? I mean, the aux, I think, is really the best out there in terms of, you know, impulse responses and quality of equipment and quality of sound. I haven't found one personally. I haven't seen them all, but I really think that this thing sounds way better than like the 2 notes and things like that. Although the 2 notes is really cool, right? We can do solutions for the 2 notes too, but this one has a different sound. So maybe we're going to have to get another aux box. Stay tuned. See you next time. Give me some comments and we'll see where to go next.